Alright, one of the tanks I have for quite some time, the IndienPanzer, but you haven't seen it in action yet, not on my YouTube or on my live stream. Maybe on my live stream, but those games weren't really good. So I joined up with Mobo and C0, and we ended up in a tier 9 game on Himmelsdorf. That's not too bad. I'm not against budget or anything, so I'm just going up the hill with some guys. But I really noticed that there's a lot of those tier 9s, so I tell them that because we only have 2 guys defending the 8 line. That doesn't look good. Way too many guys on the 1 line, also not good. And Momo and C0 on the other side of the map, which is alright. So we're up the hill. Let's see what we can do. I have some targets on the 2 line, but they're not really hittable. I always like this position, especially if somebody spotted if somebody spots from the 0 line. They're at with the VK standing. You can see what's coming up, and you can just go here and shoot anyone on the G line in the ass, or anything that tries to cross the 3 line. So this was kinda unnecessary, and I was kinda lucky here that the Panda 2 just bounced, because the T29 was just behind me, which is a horrible position. Never go stand behind somebody. If he wants to retreat, you're blocking him. So the hill is pretty crowded. 2 I3s are already pushing really hard. King Tiger, Panda 2 and a WC 120 on the other side. So I gotta bounce. I gotta leave this Panther alone. I can't help him. You know, if I die there with him, taking 1 guy with me, that's not enough. That's just not enough. You don't want to have that kind of trait, so you have to run if you can, and try to find somewhere else. Meanwhile, the other side is not doing really well. We already lost C0 there, and we already lost a lot of tier 8s, etc. So we have to hope we can hold them off here. Second shot on the ice tree was kinda crappy. Hit the ground, but bounce on the WC 120, unfortunate. But luckily he's passing here, and don't know why he's doing that, because he's just running into another Ice 8, running into me. But this is kinda tricky because the Ice 8 is moving backwards. I can't maneuver next to him. That kinda weird move that he did there. And now it's all about taking out the guns, so we have to take out the King Tiger, which I do, and I take hit in the process, unfortunately. This is where you see that the IndienPanzer is really inaccurate if you don't aim. If you don't aim, you're gonna miss, for sure. And I've noticed that a couple of times already. Also, another thing is that it doesn't earn any credits at all. If you use a few gold shells, even though you're hitting the enemy with those gold shells and dealing decent damage, you won't get enough credits in order to, make a solid amount of credits, or at least have the same income as outcome. That's just not possible with the Indian. So Mobo went from the 3 line to me to help me, and we really need that because one of the Ice 8s already died, and our team isn't looking that good. The Super Pershing is doing a good job here taking out the Panda 2, and we're able to go for the Ice 3. Unfortunately I ricochet, I don't know really why. Probably hit the lower plate, we see that depth mark. Well, that's 1 more down, but we lost the Super Pershing in the process, because he's getting rushed by a platoon of E75 and 704. And There Lorraine is just being killed by the Conqueror on the other side. So 7-4 really has some balls. He's just gonna rush in because he knows he can one-shot me. And this is where we need to D-track him if he comes around the corner. And no D-track, but he bounces on mobo, which is really fortunate for us and kinda lucky. Got stuck in the building, noobish move. But now that he has a low roll on the ice tree, we'll just finish him off. So only the E75 remains. Our IS-8 is already fighting him, and we'll be joining him shortly. But that shouldn't be a problem. Conqueror is already 57 capping points, so it's going really well. And this E75 is going down. Wow, did we win that? Because it looked like a really crappy situation, losing C0 there that early in the battle because of 7-4 that pushed, and yeah, losing the hill so early is just a shame because the hill is kinda important. It's not the most important part of the map on Hemelstorf, but it's important. But due to my running away actions, I managed to deal a lot more damage because I ran from the hill with dealing like 1k damage at the most, maybe even 792, something like that. But yeah, in the end I dealt almost 4k damage. 4k damage. I even have some damage upon detecting. And this gets me the mastery badge with the 2040 experience. But you see here the income with 2040 experience and that amount of damage. My income is still pretty low. Obviously, it's not like a premium tank, but I tend to feel like the Ice Tree and the other heavies have a much easier, easier time earning some credits, or at least keeping a balance. So let's look at the team sheet. Mobo did even more damage than me, 4.3, almost 4.4. We both did 2 kills. C0 also 2.4k damage and 1 kill just before dying. Also the Conqueror did a nice job, but there are so many tanks again that just didn't do enough. Fortunately, we managed to win this because their enemy platoon with tier 9s did a good job as well. 4k, 2.3k and 5.3k damage.